Hello and welcome to the very first edition of That Quarantine Podcast with the one and only Jonathan O.
And with the two and only David.
Before we begin, I just want to say thank you for turning this podcast on, because all it is just a couple of bumbling idiots just talking nonsense at a microphone. Just another way to get fat, really.
Well, it's been officially 4 weeks here in the UK since we're stuck in quarantine. We completed all our bucket quarantine list.
So first of all, we made trick shot videos. That failed miserably. We tried to work out, but if you could tell by the state of our body right now, you can tell that didn't really happen.
It's a good thing this is a podcast.
Yeah, you won't be scarred for life.
And also we tried... what else did we try?
I think we tried to watch all the Korean dramas there are out there.
Korean dramas, yeah. But let's not give away too much about ourselves.
Sure.
I think we already gave up too much. But today we're going to talk about what we miss most about not being in quarantine. But first of all, we're going to begin with some introductions. So take it away.
Those of you that are listening to this quarantine are probably wondering by now, who are these two idiots who decided to start up a podcast, and who actually thought that they would listen to them, right? But yeah, my name is Jonathan. I study French at university.
Oh, bonjour.
Croissant. I can speak in this accent, but you will not understand what I say.
Okay, let's get back on track. So, Jonathan introduced himself as a little twat going to a university here in the UK studying French. Well, I also study in the UK in a university in London studying educational studies. I've been in my first year.
Educational studies. Absolute bollocks.
Excuse me. Educational studies is a very respected department. Absolutely bollocks. Coming from Monsieur Macron.
That's right. Anyways, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you've been up to during the quarantine, David?
Well, I think I've said it more. I've said everything in the beginning. I watched shows. I tried to work out. Well, I downloaded one of those fitness apps where it takes you through like a 5-minute workout every day. I have been doing that. I have adapted a new diet called intermittent fasting. So I am only eating for 8 hours and then fasting for 16 hours. I'm 6 days into this. I don't know if it's having any effect. I feel lighter.
It's not.
Wow. Thanks a lot for the encouragement.
Wow.
But that's what I've been up to basically, yeah.
Oh, for me, to be honest, I've just been in around the house. I've just been nothing more than potato, really.
Your face is shaped like a potato.
Oh, well, thanks. I'm glad our audience has a very visual imagination of what I look like now. A potato, fat. I'm basically Mr. Potato Head.
And your teeth are pretty yellow too.
Teeth are pretty yellow. Okay, that's fantastic.
Do you smoke by any chance?
I do not smoke.
Okay, smoking is not good, everyone. Quit if you can.
Quit smoking, save lives.
Quit smoking, save lives. That's our new campaign after the coronavirus. But anyways, it's right now 4:30 p.m. here in South London, more specifically known as the borough of Croydon. We'll not get into that, but we are here on top of our mother's bed. I don't know if you want to know that, but we're trying to soundproof, so we have put blankets all over the walls and windows.
I think David just mentioned it now that if you haven't found out by now, we are brothers. We come from the same mother and same father. We shared our mother's room.
And sometimes I wonder how, because you and I do not look alike.
Well, if you look at us, we'll be posting a picture soon. So stay tuned for that.
Would they want to see that though?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would like to see what we look like.
What we look like or what I look like?
Oh, shut up, David. So, we just tried to do all these things, and we were just bored, really. We were just at home all day long. We had nothing to do. Our daily trip out is essentially just going to the supermarket, waiting in line at Lidl for around, how many hours? Like 5,000 hours or something ridiculous like that. Going to Tesco's and doing all this nonsense. But one question I really wanted to ask you, David, is especially during these times, I've been doing those weird BuzzFeed BuzzFeed quizzes, and one of the questions that we found out was that it was asking is what kind of animal you are. So David, what kind of animal do you think you are?
What animal am I? I like to think of myself. What animal would you say I am?
You look like a flamingo.
A flamingo! Is that because of my skinny legs? I do look good in skinny jeans though.
Yeah, if you say so.
And flamingo. And real men wear pink. And what colors are flamingos? Pink. So, but I would like to think myself as a rhinoceros. I'm very aggressive when I have to be, but during normal times I'm very docile, very tamed and in control of my behavior and the way I carry around myself.
Oh, I just want to use this opportunity to apologize for my brother's accent. Although we call ourselves Bayesians, aka British Asians, my brother has no British accent at all. Although my accent itself is quite Atlantic, as in it's still coming over from Canada, which is where we used to live over past 10 years before we moved to London over around 10 years ago. So I apologize for my brother's accent. He just decided that he wasn't going to move, and his accent just stayed where, last time I don't remember, where did we live?
Oh, I think it was Vancouver.
Vancouver. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying here, and some of the listeners might have already guessed. I'm really trying with the British accent. I'm drinking my cup of Earl Grey tea with my scones. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, he thinks he's a British flamingo, which is just absolute nonsense.
Did you know that the Queen owns 1,000 flamingos? Like 1,000 flamingos are registered in the name of Queen Elizabeth II.
Yeah, and one of the flamingos probably costs more than this house, probably. Something ridiculous.
Well, that's not the point. What I'm trying to say is British flamingo. Moving on. My point here is
he is a British flamingo, and for me, kind of animal I found myself to be, because I've lived in an area called Croydon, big up Seatown, and Norwood,
Stormzy,
big up N Town. To be honest, I've been in a mixture of like a massive ball of different cultures. So I've had African culture, I've had British culture, I've had proper English culture, and all these cultures all mixed together where I live, which is fantastic really. But I consider myself a bit of a panda. First of all, if you look at me, I'm adorable. I'm sure many of you ladies will agree. And second of all, I have patches of white and black. But the problem is I am 100% Asian, and I'm proud of being Asian.
Then where's the yellow in you,
The yellow is only on the outside, hence why I'm a panda trapped inside of a banana.
A panda trapped inside of a banana.
That's right.
Wow, I've never heard that one before. You're a panda trapped in a banana.
That's who I am.
So let's peel off the banana and we'll see a big fat panda inside.
Yep.
So moving on. So the overall topic that we want to get to before we finish this short podcast, because I think we've wasted enough of their time and we've already wasted like 10 minutes of your precious life. But what do you miss most about not being in quarantine?
I think it's a few things really. As I said before, I was living in France for a bit, and then I was having a lot of fun with my mates, drinking a lot of orange juice and a lot of apple juice.
Yeah, because last time I remember you don't drink, right?
Yeah, I don't drink. Mom, I don't drink, okay? Hey, Dad, I swear I don't drink. So we had a lot of OJ, AJ, pineapple, virgin coladas.
OJ and fromage.
OJ and fromage, a lot of the nice stuff. Yes, I was having a lot of fun with my friends. But the second thing I miss is basically football, really, because football was a massive part of my life.
Touchdown!
No. See, I apologize for that. That's just reckless. That's just disgusting. That is just unacceptable.
Quarterback!
No. See, the problem here lies in the fact that he still thinks he's American.
Well, I am Canadian and proud, but I hold a British passport, so I guess I'm British inside. But what part about which team do you support in football?
Spurs all the way.
Spurs. So let me ask you a question and to see if you're a true Spurs fan.
Go first. Now, before he asks this question, I just want to let you know that my brother knows absolutely nothing about football. The question he's about to ask is the most bollocks question you'll ever hear in your life.
So the backup goalie for the Spurs is,
Gazzaniga.
what's his first name?
Paolo.
Well, that's not the question. The question is, what is the name of his girlfriend?
The girlfriend of the backup goalkeeper
Yes,
of my favorite club.
yes.
See, that's how you know that he doesn't really focus on the football, he focuses on the girlfriends. I don't know why. He's a strange lad.
So you don't know the answer
I
to the
don't know the
question?
answer to the question.
Well, the answer to the question is, I don't know too, but what I tried to prove is that you're not a true Spurs fan. Why don't you ask me what team I support?
Moving on. I miss a lot of stuff as well. So I miss football. I miss going out to play rugby. I miss doing all these things.
Well, what I miss most is the going out to eat aspect.
Yeah, definitely.
Like the food that you can't cook at home.
That's right.
Like pho,
Pho.
Vietnam
Oh.
pho is nice, and burgers. Sorry, I have to say that in a very American accent. Burgers.
I have a very funny story about pho actually. It's the other time when I was in Paris. I decided one day that I wanted to eat some pho. So I went to a pho place that's around an hour away from the house. But that's like, kind of like a Vietnamese area, so it has around 15 different pho places with the exact same name. So you can imagine my surprise to when I entered a building with the name that apparently had the best pho in Paris. It was empty. So went in, I ordered my food and I searched it up again. I put it on my Google Maps, as you do, and it turns out the one that I was meant to go to was around the corner. But I'd already ordered my food, so I finished my food. And me and my mate, we were saying, what should we do? We have to try Paris's best pho. So what did we do? We tried the next one. It turns out the first one was better anyways. So
don't trust Google reviews. Moral of the story is do not trust Google reviews.
do not trust Google.
And then do not trust Google Maps. Just trust in your gut feeling, that huge gut of yours. Okay.
Hashtag trust your gut.
Okay. So I miss eating out and I miss just sunbathing really. I don't have the perfect body, but there's some body shaming involved, so I like just taking my top off and sunbathing and thinking about what it would be like if I was here with my non-existent girlfriend. Yeah, that's what I miss.
I think everyone will agree with us. Everyone will agree missing going out to the supermarket to get something to eat, without having to stand in line for hours and hours on end. I think we're just all very tired, and I think it's very important to say that, we're all connected and we're in this together.
Well, yeah, so the important thing to remember, as Jonathan said, is stay connected. I know we're not allowed to be physically connected, but through technology, you can at us
At TQP, that quarantine podcast, but we just shortened it to TQP. So you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, wherever you are. So then
No, I think we're gonna start with Instagram first.
Instagram first.
And then if you guys help us to reach 50 followers by tomorrow, then we would begin Twitter and whatever else. If we reach 50 followers, we'll be doing a big face reveal.
We will be doing a big face reveal. So make sure you like, subscribe, follow. You know the drill.
Yeah, that was it. Sorry for wasting your time, but if you were still with us until the end, we'd like to thank you once again. And next time we'll be back with we'll be back stronger, and hope to see you again.
Hashtag stay connected.